So get request were automatic, and here, so this one is done already, development in the step definition. We are doing this when keyword. So already we have written, and I need to write the code, right? I need to write the code. So the output, when you send the, basically the when means the action, you're sending means you'll get output. That output I'm going to store here. So I'm going to store here equal to rest assured. So rest assured dot given. So there is a given is, again, precondition I'm setting to set the headers. I'm going to set the headers. Okay. I need to set the headers. See, there is a headers, so option will be there. So you choose the headers. Okay. You choose the headers. Header, one by one header we can add. So the header is, first one is, what is the first header? You remember? What are the headers we have given? Request headers.
Accept content type.
Accept content type. So accept value, what is the accept value? Application
JSON.
So next, below only, just below only, put a dot header. So just, so write that, okay, write this header. So content type. Just if you want, you can copy from this header. I can go to bulk edit, I can copy from here. JSON. Okay, finish this. Then we have to give query parameters. This has a query parameters, right? So this is having a query parameter, get all list users. This is the query parameters, right? I want to give this query parameters, page 1 or page 2. So this is the query parameters. I'm going to give query parameters dot query, say query parameter. So there is option query param. So you give query parameters. What is the query parameter? So the query parameter is the page. So what is the first one? Query parameter name is page. And what is the value? Value you are giving 2, right? You're giving 2. That's the one thing. So maybe I'll push this little bit towards inside. Inside I'll push these things. Because these are belongs to given. Now, after setting all the headers, so next one is when keyword. So when keyword after, we have a method. What method? Get method. So get method, I need to give the URL. So what is the URL you have to give? So what left in the service endpoint URL? Base URL. Service endpoint URL, what is there? So base URL and API users. You have to give question mark page 2, right? That we are already giving here. Again, you don't need to provide here, right? Just our empty one you can pass. Because you are already passing the query parameter. So I don't need to pass again. Next, then, so this, then below we have so many other things. So please finish that and let me know once you are done.
Done, sir.
Done?
Done, sir.
So you want to verify the request, this header, for example, content type. In the response body also will be there. So you can have a method content type, okay? Content type, you see content type. What is the content type you are expecting? The content type I'm expecting is application JSON, right? Just give application. So this is a response. Above one is request.
Request.
Till this given is request. And you're sending, when keyword you're sending a get method. Then you're verifying this application JSON in the response body. And then extract the response dot response. So this response is returning this response object. So that's the complete control shift format. Okay, but it went to different, same, but we will give a different line. We want in the different line given, then
Content type only present in the response body, not accepted.
where, sorry?
In response body, only content type is there, sir. Not
No,
accepted.
so many, all these are.
There are so many, sir. But we have
This
given
also.
header. First.
Only one I am validating. You can validate this also. You can validate many. This also will be there. Okay. Accept also will be there. I am validating only one. If you want, you can validate all. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is you got the response here in this variable now stored. Now you need to, what is the next step? Go to the feature file. Then I validate the response status code. So write for that method. So first what you need to do? @ then and parenthesis,
quotes,
double quotes, caret symbol,
Caret symbol,
end
without
dollar
any
symbol,
space.
end. So
dollar
dollar
symbol,
symbol,
and
double
quotes.
quotes, end. So then write the method public void. So I'll write this entire step name.
Ramesh, before going that, can you explain the above one once again? Why the when, get, then are blank?
So basically, still I need to set the headers here, headers and query parameters. So I'm setting the given is basically, I told you already, given will precondition. Okay. For sending the get request, what are the preconditions? I need these things. Even this one you can set here also. Okay. This precondition. But I want to store in the response. That's why I am sending here itself continuously. So this is the common for the setting the base URL and the base path for every method, right? This one is for this request. I want these things. This is my precondition. That's why I'm using a given. This given and this given is different, and this given is coming from feature file. But this one is again rest assured given, this one. Okay, rest assured given when, then. So no, whatever you write in the feature file, that is for so preconditions, actions. But here also similar way. This given, if you're writing a below given anything, that is a precondition for your request API. And when means the action. Action means sending the request, right? That's a get method you are sending. Then means, okay, this executed, you're getting output. So that output I'm storing in the response variable. Clear? You see?
Yeah, here Ramesh, your content type application again it came, right? It's there in
No,
the.
this is the response body I'm validating. This is the request body.
Oh, both are in the same.
But the same should be, na? So whatever you are sending request, right? You are sending request. This is a request Vijay. In the application JSON format, you are sending.
Okay.
The response also you should get a application JSON format only, right?
Okay. Okay. Everything we are writing in the same method.
So everything, this is a response. I am storing this output, but one of the verification I did here, but still you want the status code also, you can verify here only, but we have written another step, right? That's why I'm writing in the next method.
Okay. Okay.
You can write in the same method also, but basically the BDD style is the step related code only we need to write in that method. Extra you should not write. The respective method inside only we have to write.
Okay.
So import the then. See, this response is a global variable. Global variable means I can use anywhere, right? So now I can use here to get the response code. So first fetch the response code, okay? Int response code equal to that resp dot get status code. That's it. Now you do the assertions. So assertions dot assert equals. So this is the actual, right? This is the actual. This is coming from your response data. So what you are expecting? You are expecting 200. Both are same or not, you are accepting. That's the simple scenario. Very, very simple scenario we have written.
So this assertion we are using from TestNG or JUnit also, it's same
This is the JUnit. This is JUnit.
same format.
But method is same, but the class is different. There is assert.
Oh
But
yeah.
this one is assertions. Class name is different.
Okay.
Class name is different.
Okay.
Once you are done, let me know. We'll go for the second scenario.
Done, sir.
Done?
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
So what is the second scenario? Data-driven testing, right? So go to and take the, but so instead of writing, we are writing, right? There is a tool. Tool will give you this entire method and this entire structure method will give. The structure only, but not inside the code, okay? The pattern, the method name, everything tool will give you. Inside you write your code, you define your code, you define your step, how you want. So what is that tool? So there is a tool in the Chrome browser. Just open a google.com. You just add that to Google Chrome. TD Gherkin. So TD Gherkin. Just TD Gherkin plugin. Just add that to your browser, okay? Launch. I already added, you just add, okay? So you just give the steps, automatically code will give you, Gherkin code. I'll show you, please add this and open the tool. So I'll open the launch app. So this is my app is open, TD Gherkin app is open. So another easy way I'm saying, instead of manually copying all those things, so you can do your own way.
Ramesh, this is add-on for Chrome.
Yeah. So are you done? Just copy from this scenario, you copy from given to and given to. So what are the steps are there? Those steps you copy and put it inside the Gherkin here on the top portion. So Java steps you select and complete code you will get automatically. See that? These are methods, automatically you will get it. Copy.
So we add the app, sir, like
Yeah,
how
you
is-
need to add the app. You didn't
Add
add the app. It's an extension like other add-ons we added, right? Same
okay.
way.
Add app and open.
Add app. After that, you open the app.
Yeah, got it.
So are you done copying this entire code? So what is the
1
first step?
minute,
How to
sir.
use this tool? How to use this tool? Copy the steps, which steps you want to generate the Gherkin code. On the top portion, place that given, when, then, and the steps. And below, select the Java steps and automatically you will get the Gherkin code. Gherkin code means pattern and method. You will get it. Copy paste inside your method below here. That's it. So automatically, sorry, it's not copied. So I have to copy and paste it here. You don't need to do anything here. Everything you will get. Just remove this inside that. So that's it. Just remove this exception. Instead of and, this and belongs to then only. So I'll write the then only. So replace then. That's all. So that means this is already there. I don't want to write this, okay? So otherwise you have to write, you change the wordings otherwise. So you don't want to write a duplicate. So that's why it is mentioning duplicates. So you should not write the duplicates. So don't write the duplicates. Again, you don't need to write one more time. Already you have written, well, that is enough. To fetch all users means already enough. I don't want to write again duplicates. So remove that. Clear? Which are duplicates, I am removing them. Send the request to the server with the page number. Page number is integer, right? Just give int page number. Integer. Page number is an integer. Here also, this one is integer, response status code. And this one is email is a string, right? Email is a string. First user record having email list. So only you will give email. We don't have two arguments, only one argument. So I can give this one argument only. So this is the changes. Please prepare this and let me know once you are done. Okay, this is the 3 only. You have to copy paste from the TD Gherkin. From TD Gherkin, you have to copy that.
Done, sir.
Okay, now we need to write the code. So what is the code? You have to get the page number, same code, you copy paste this one. Same code, there is no change. Only one change, I'll tell you the change. So what is the change? Here you are giving a page, right? You are giving a hard coding value 2, right? Instead of that, this parameter you pass it. That's the only change. Then status code also similar. You're getting here, right? So what you will do, you'll do the same, but here you will give this parameter. So email we have to write now. So from response, you need to get the value, how to get that email, all these things, you have to see that. So you know, right, a email is where in the data. So array inside that will be there. So you have to get the email and this email and that email, you accept it. First get the email, okay? Get the email. So how to get the email? String actual email ID equal to actual email ID equal to so resp dot so data of 0 dot email. Sorry, this is not the one, right? 1 minute. We have to write first resp dot path. So you have to give path method you have to select. In the path method inside we have to give. What is the path? So you write the path. So the path is data of 0 dot email. So here the method is there. Path method is there. then assertions dot assert equals and this is your actual email and expected where we already given, right? Expected. So this is the expected email. So this expected email coming from where? Config.
From
Where config, madam? Huh? So this is the one you already given in the feature file. In the examples table, you have given the parameter value. These are the values you are going to get from, these are the expected values. You already stored in the scenario outline in the examples table. From here, you are getting that values to this. This variable is going to get from that table. Okay. So page number, then status code, email, it will get. Are we good? Any questions? So very simple. See, once it is done, it's very simple. Once done, let me know. Okay. Copy paste also, you should not take this much time, madams.
done, sir.
Done, sir.
Why? Copy paste only the 1 or 2 changes. You should not take this much time. This is not good. Right? Just copy paste. Why you need this much time? Remaining same thing, single user, right? That steps you copy and paste in the TD Gherkin. Go and single user ones from given onwards you copy. Okay. And in the TD Gherkin top portion, you replace Java steps. Again, sorry, here, so it didn't give properly. So make sure you get the everything properly. Okay, Java steps. You select this and go and copy this, paste it here in the below. Get API test below, you copy paste. So you remove this rows, remove this. In the and place, you have to put then keyword. This and belongs to then only. That's why. Now, so this is all developed. Now this one given. So again, similar, right? So you already know. This I'm going to copy this one. This one, I'm going to copy everything. Same code. In the when also, similar code. But small change here, right? Small change will come. So instead of this query parameter won't be there for a single user, right? For a single user. So you don't have a query parameter. /2 only, we have to give /2. So this query parameter is not there, remove that query parameter. Remove the query parameter in the get call, within double quotes, /2 you give this. /2 you have to give. So this config.properties has users after no slash. That's why I'm giving here /2. because these two are setting only this one and API users, but /2 I have to still there, /2, this one is there, right? This one is remaining. That remaining thing I am giving here in my get call. So remaining code is similar code. Again, so you know already, just call that assertions. Whatever completed already, so you finish it. Once you understand, copy paste. If you don't understand, only you do that. Okay. Are we good or anything to you need? Let me know, guys. Please finish and let me know once. So body fields, what are the body fields we need to verify? Just see that. So these are the things, right? ID you need to validate, email you have to validate. These are the expected values. First name, last name. You have to get all these things one by one and validate from. So, but this is the data table concept, right? What is this? This is the data table concept. How to handle with the data tables? As I mentioned very clearly, so you have to write. So data table. So DT. So data table imported. CIO Cucumber data tables. Import that. Now you have to. So I need to get that. I need to get this data. This data I need to get it. How can I get this data there? This is my expected values. This is my expected values. And actual values I can get from response. This response body inside JSON dot the response dot path. I'll give the path. I can get this. I can get this, right? This is the data object. So, but this response dot data dot ID. So that's the path. I'm going to give that path. But still, so you need to get the expected values. How can you get expected values? So this is the list of string. So expected data equal to DT dot as list method. As lists, you can see here, as list method. So import the list. So then you get the one by one. You get the one by one. First, actual you will get, and expected is here. In this collection, you have expected. Okay. In this collection, you have expected. So actual I need to get. So we'll get expected or first actually we'll get. Which one you want? So have you completed till this point? All of them?
1 minute.
Yeah, let me know once completed.
Hmm.
Please understand the code, you need to understand. That's very, very important. If you understand the code, it's going to be easy. If you don't understand, and even if you write also, it's a waste of time.
Sir,
So
why we given 2 times that list?
I already told, one more time, let me give you. So, see, this is multiple columns, right?
Yes.
Multiple columns. I can give one more row also. Okay?
Yeah.
One more row also. Rows will store in the one list. Columns will store in the another list. Got it?
Yeah.
So, now here multiple columns are there. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4.
Mhm.
So this row will go and store in this first list, and columns will go and store in the second list.
Okay.
So that's why all this list it is giving, and it is, I'm giving that list name is expected data. That is my collection name, expected data collection. That's why I'm using a plural.
Lists.
As a list.
Sir, that time data type you given string, right? Row and column both are same string data type. That's why only one time we given.
Yeah, which one?
Under list after that data type string. we
These
give.
are strings, right? These are strings, right? These are strings we have given here. These are all I'm considering as a string. Okay. So I'm getting all of them as a string only. Because this method return type is a string only. That's why. This method return type, if you see that method return type. I'm not giving. This method return type is a list of list. Method return type, not the data what you have there.
Okay.
Method return type is list of list.
Got it. Thank you.
Are you back to Bengaluru straight away?
Yes, sir. Yesterday
Okay.
night.
Okay. Done?
Done, sir. And why are we removing the query param?
There is no query param, right? Query param is what? For this single list, do you have a query parameter? This is not a query parameter. This is the path parameter.
Yeah, okay.
Query parameter, path parameter difference, I told you.
Yeah, after the question mark is a query.
Question mark after page and also will be there. That's a query parameters. But this one is a path parameter.
Path parameter, okay.
So why is the path in the request URL itself? You are representing the resource ID.
Okay,
This particular resource ID, this one.
okay.
That's a path parameters we call them.
Okay, so this path parameter, we usually pass it in the get method.
Not only get method, any request URL itself, it will be there. You're representing, even for put also it will be there.
No, the method you gave inside the get.
No, so where is where I have given?
Dot get.
This one is a path parameter I'm giving here. So path parameter, so it is left out, right? This URL we set already.
Yeah.
Right? What is left now? /2 is left.
Okay.
That remaining I'm adding with the get method. I'm sending that.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Usually we'll send it on get method.
Not only get method, any method.
Okay,
left
whatever.
out URL.
If it is put, we'll put. Okay, put.
So your given so function below, whatever you set base URL and service indicator, the left out part of request URL,
Okay.
you need to send with a method, whatever the method you are covering.
Okay.
Not only get. For this method,
It is
slash
get.
2 is remaining. I didn't send that. Still pending that. That I am sending through this get method.
Okay. This extract dot response we always have to write because for the response we are
Right. You are extracting the response and stores here in this variable, global variable.
Okay.
So any other questions before jumping on? First, we'll extract the expected data. Okay. Let's extract the expected data. So expected data means first what is there? ID, right? First ID. You need to get ID. That's ID.
ID.
ID is integer. But you are getting as a string that one. How can you convert a string object into integer format?
Integer dot parse
So
int.
parsing.
So you have to write that. You have to write that integer dot
Parsing.
parse int. Parse int
Params.
inside this string you get this string from this collection. Expected data dot. So
Get
how
of
to collection element?
get of 0
Get
dot
of
get of
Of
0.
0 dot. Next row, first row is done. Next you need to get the column, right?
Get
Yeah.
of 0.
Get of 0. First row, first column. First row, first column. That is represented by this one. First row, first column. Are we good?
Yes,
Next.
sir.
If you want to print it. Expected ID from feature file. ID from feature file, right? Feature file. So you are getting expected value from feature file only. EXP ID. Next. What is our next step? So what is our email, right? Expect string. That is string only. I cannot, you don't need to convert also. Expected email equal to. So you can directly write exp data dot get of 0 only, first row only. First row, but which
of-
column?
Get off
Get
one.
off.
1. So print that. Expected email from feature file is expected email. Next. I'll just copy paste, okay? So we can reduce the time. Next email, first name and last name, right? Yeah, that's enough. So expected first name, just put first name. So this first row, but here.
Get off two.
So this expected
Last.
plus this 3. Expected last name from feature file. So I got all of them. Now I need to get the actual data. So actual data, it will be available where? This is the actual data, response body data. So this response already, this entire response is there in the response variable, right? Response variable. So you get one by one. So int actual ID equal to, so resp dot path. So path below you have to give the entire path. How to give the path? So do you know the path? What is the path now? Can you tell me the path of this ID?
Data for ID.
Data dot
ID.
Data dot. Why I'm not putting square bracket here? Are you understanding?
Not an array.
It's not a, it's just a JSON object. Data is just a JSON object. This JSON object inside, these are the fields. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Now data dot ID.
ID.
Now you assert it. If you want to print, print it. I want to print actual ID. Actual ID from response. Next. So we'll do assertion here itself, right? Let's do the assertion. Finish the assertion. Copy. So if it is there quickly, if you want to do, finish it. You know, then copy paste. If you don't do that, you write it. But if you know, we are good. I know that I don't want to write. Then you don't need to write. I'm not asking to write. If you don't know, write it. So that it will be a practice. So next one. What is the next one? String
Mail.
actual email. So here data
ID.
actual email response is this. So expected email. Actual first name. But you have to give exactly what is the data field here. First underscore name. Exactly how to give. So this also, what is that? Last name. Copy the expected first name. Expected last name. Last name it is. I made a mistake here or here available already. Here. Expected last name. Okay. That's it.
129 line also system.out.println actual last.
Yeah. That's it. Okay, so once you are done, same, repeat the last scenario. So a single user not found. Is it done?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's copy paste entire next scenario. Go to last scenario, right? This is the data table, last one row, one column. So TD Gherkin, just replace this and again copy paste these things. Continue from the next. So remove this. So in the given single user not found. So generally you copy this, okay, these things. This is the first thing you have to do. That is done. Next, this also we need. In the when, as it is you do. So, but you have to give, see that, what is the URL? First see that, single user not found.
23.
So this one we have to pass to get method. So I am going to pass 3. That's it. Then status code, this is the data table concept. Again, implement the data table concept. But this data table is it's a list only. No more list of string.
This is status code. There is another one, that method, the fields, right?
But this one is you have given what? You hard coded here, so you are giving expected. I'm not giving here in the. So I'm giving as a data table. Okay. I'm not giving that. I'm giving as a data table. So that's why data table. Expected data equal to. So resp dot sorry, dt, right? dt dot as list method. Okay. You will get into this collection. Now, so int expected status code equal to integer dot parse int. So you expected data dot get of 0 dot get of 0. It's not there, just get of 0 only. Only one, right? One collection only. So only one list only, right? That's why get of 0. Second get method won't be there. So you got that. So assert equals assertions dot assert equals. So you give resp dot get status code and this expected. That's it. Over. Once you are done, let me know, okay? Done?
Done.
Okay. So that's all. The get call is done. Now we need to do next. So what is the next step? Feature file, post, right? So let's create a post. So create a feature file, request post API. So we can do single, we can do data driven, whatever you want. Okay, so that's again. So first you need to understand the scenario, what you are doing. So we are sending a post request. Okay, but what is that? So in the post request, so you have to send the valid post request. Then there is extra also, right? What is extra you have here? Body you have to send, right? Body you have to send, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the body, headers, all this. But right here, you write
So this
Rec-
one is a new, we are creating a file or it's not
new
a file?
file we created, right? Every request is different. Every feature file is different.
Okay.
Request post API feature. Post API feature. That's my feature name I'm given. So I will delete this. The first scenario is maybe first I'm doing a, so to create the user, just I'll say, so create user scenario. Request create user scenario. Post API to create user scenario. So given basically provide a valid endpoint to create a user. So as a precondition, I'll write the precondition. Provide valid endpoint, create user. This and I don't want, but if you want to add one more, maybe adding requests or whatever it is, headers or whatever you want. So I'm going to write here with the, so I send the request with the request body. I send the request to the server with request body. Send the request to the server with request body. Okay. If you want 1 or 2 words, it's up to you. Then what do we need to do? I validate the create user response status code. Then I validate the response status code. I validate the create user response status code. So you can data table if you want, you can give a data table concept. Okay, and validate the response body. Validate the response body fields. This is a simple scenario we created. Maybe scenario outline also you can do the same steps, but we are going to give here. So in the request body for post method, what is there? You can see that. So you have a name, job, 2 parameters. We have to give 2 parameters. So when I send the request to the server with the request body, write that. When I send the same, this one you copy paste the same. Okay, this one you copy paste the same. So maybe you can write this scenario. So data driven creating. So you can write request post API to create more users. You can give more users, okay? It will create the users, whatever the users you are giving. Okay, so basically data-driven testing. When I send the request to the server with request body, same I'm copying as it is, but my parameter will be there. Okay, what is the parameter? As within double quotes. So when you can give double quotes, if it is a string type data. So name,
Job.
and double quotes, job. So now how many parameters we have here? So maybe then you write this one also. I validate the response status, but this as it is. Right? You will write the same thing below from here onwards. So how many parameters we have? Only that many parameters must be here also. So job. That's it. Right? These are not the fields. So now what is the name? First we'll give you. So here whatever we have in the, so this, no, I'll go to request.in. Go to request.in. So take from this post method, this name I'll give, okay? This name. That is the one name value. And job can give. Maybe you can give your names, okay? Just give your names. Second data. So basically it's a data-driven testing we are doing. So the name, so here you can give so leader. Whatever is there, I'm giving the same thing. Then I'll give here. So automation test lead. So you can give anything, just giving a sample, okay? It's up to you. What you want to give. That's it. So one single scenario and multiple data-driven testing I'm doing with a scenario outline. Scenario outline is to do a data-driven testing. So let's go and implement this. So implementation again in the step definitions, right? You have to do the step definitions. Okay, so create here a new Java class. So what is the Java class you have to give? Post API test. Post API test. So as it is, again, same response. So RESP you declare. And one more we have to declare here is that to declare the JSON data So we need a JSON object. So create the JSON object. Okay. So JSON object. Okay. So just give JSON obj equal to new JSON object. This is the class. We imported this from the org.json. Org.json we added dependency. That dependency you have to select. This is the JSON obj object. So these are the two global variables you declare. Now you start one by one. Now you start, go and get the, so first this fields, copy paste in the TD Gherkin. So you got the steps. These steps you copy paste there and write the code. Exactly code is fixed. You can just, so you know already this given, you import given, import when, import then, and remove this. Remove this. These things you remove. Instead of and, you put it then. Okay. And here, this is a quite common thing. So we already written here and here, right? This copy paste them. That's a post API, right? That's the first one, right? We need to give the read property value, and so we need to extend this, right? Extends test base. So then add throws declaration. I think still it is import this first. So import. So all errors are gone. So in the when method, first you need to add the data, right? So you need to add the data. So what is the data we need to add? This is the put method is there in the JSON object. This JSON object, we have a put method to add the data. JSON object dot put. See, put you have to give key and value. Both are strings we can give. So I'm going to give, what is the first name, right? And value, what value you want to give. So I want to give RAM. I'll just give that like that. Then same thing, you do job. So second field is job, right? And this one, test engineer. So just give, so name and job. That's I set my data, my input data to this JSON object. Any questions here? Now remaining is common. So we just copy paste this one. But you have to change where? You have to change where? Here you need to add the body. So there you need to add the body. So dot body you have to add. So just add dot body, request body. We are giving a request body. This request body is of type string. So you can select this string. So you need to convert this JSON object into a toString format. toString, okay? Just convert into toString. Then when, what is the method you need to use?
Post.
So here so data is already we passed correctly. No, nothing. You don't need to return anything because it's already passed everything here.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't need to give any extra here.
So
That's
can you
the-
explain that JSON object?
So this is the data is performing in the JSON format. Okay. So this format, this is the first field and that value. Key value pair, right? This one.
Yeah. Put
This is the
name.
key and value. That's what I given here. Key and value. So the field name, this is the field name first, then value. This is the second field and value. So you cannot give your own values here. Whatever the field, the JSON structure, what fields are there, those fields only you can specify with this. Got it?
So if there is a body, we those fields we need to pass it in the JSON object.
Exactly.
Okay.
This JSON body I'm passing here in the JSON dot put method.
Okay.
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 Then I'm converting into string format. This is the JSON object. Now I'm converting into string format. I'm giving to the body method.
Okay.
So if it is a file, now you have a JSON file that you can pass a JSON file also here. Okay, that's whichever you want. Next, this is the data table, right? So write the data table concept. I will just copy paste from here. I don't want to write duplicate code. And just put that. That's it. Okay. Already we implemented. So same thing you implemented. Validate the response body fields. In the response body, what is there? Same name or same job you will get. You should get the same name, same job, right? So that you just get that. Okay, so once you are done, let me this part till this part, and we'll validate the response body fields. Response body field is straightforward, name and job only. Those only will get again. If you execute this, see, you will get the name, job. You will get that. So this, I'm going to get my actual value. I know I'll assert that. So how do you get this? You set right already. Here you set the data, right? How can you get this value? This JSON object dot get and name if you give, you will get the value. So let's validate this. How to validate? First you get the actual value. So actual value, how can you get the actual value? So string actual name equal to, how can you get? Resp dot path, and so you give the value directly, that is name. So you print if you want actual value. Actual response name is plus SAP name. But how do you get the expected value? Assertions dot assert equals. So
Path.
equals assert equals. How can you get the actual? You know, now you got from the response body.
Actual name.
This is the actual. But expected, how can you get this expected?
From
Hmm?
the
JSON object you already set on the top, right?
mhm,
You set here. So
JSON
this
object.
object it is stored. This object it is there. How can you get it? The getter method.
Dot
Object
get
get field name. The
name.
field name is name. That's it. Same thing you do for the job also. Actual job. Job. Get job. That's it. Remaining data driven also you can do. You know, data driven means you take a parameters, right? You will take parameters. Data driven means you will take parameters. Same thing you do for this post. This one. Take this and go to TD Gherkin. Copy paste that. So whatever it generated, you take that. If it is a duplicate, you can ignore. Otherwise, whichever the unique queue, you implement that. So given is duplicate. So I don't need to implement it. So when is unique queue, I want to implement that. Then is also, I think then is also similar, right? Then is also I validate what is there. I validate the create user response status code. Create user response status code. Then why it is not showing? I validate the create user. I validate the create user response status code. Similar. It's not showing something difference, I think. So we need to catch that difference. So validate the response body field. See, this is the similar. So you don't need to develop this. Status code, why it is a data table, but this is also a data table. Why it's not showing? What is the difference these two? Partify line. So similar, why it is not giving? I validate two Partify events. You don't need to implement this also. It's already there. Okay. So only when you need to implement. Why when only? Because string name, string job. These are the two fields you are giving as an input. So those two things you have to give. So implement that. So similar code, but only changes instead of we are hard coding here, right? Instead of that, you will give a parameters. Remaining code is fixed. So only here change. That is name. And what we are given parameters, job. Remove these double quotes also. Parameter names you have to give. That's it. Remaining code is as it is. So once done, let me know.
Done, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Okay. So next, put method. Let's write a put method. Same request put API feature. Create a new file. Request put API dot feature. So we don't want a scenario outline, just only one is enough, okay? Just update. So we want to update, right? So which one you want to update? So let's go and write the you already know, right? So the put details. Same, right? You just write here request. So put API feature. Tags I'll show you. Tags also I'll show you. Okay, don't worry. So tags as of now remove, but later I will show you. So title is so update the user. Okay, update the user. You can put update user scenario, right? You can write anything like that. Update user scenario. Just write update user scenario. Update user scenario. So given, and you know already given, so what we are, so I want to provide a valid endpoint, right? That's the given steps. Okay. So update user, I want to put the same, you just follow these things, okay? Provide a valid endpoints, or I provided valid endpoint, whatever it is. I want to give a valid endpoint. So it's, if you want to make some change, you can do that. Any way you can write, I want to provide like this. I want to provide valid endpoint to update user. Update user. So you can make like that some changes if you want. And then in the, so when keyword, what you will do in the when keyword, you're going to do, you just will provide a, so with a request, so you'll send the request with valid data, right? So that data you give that. So request is send, I send a request to the server with valid request body to update. So I send a request to the server with valid request body to update. So these are all things you remove it. I don't want to do multiple actions, only one action. So that I'll give here, I validate the response status code. I validate update user response status code. I'm just following the data table concept, 200 status code. If you want to update the response body fields, validate the response body fields. That's it. So take all these things, generate the Gherkin code. And create a put request. Okay, so write these steps and we can finish the put request also. Same, you post request, you copy paste and we'll make it a duplicate. So I'll make it this duplicate. I'll make copy this and I'll paste it here so that we can avoid multiple. Just change this to put request, put API test, put API test, so that it will save time for us. The remaining you need everything here, this one, and these will change and we'll so remove all these things and write the code. So from 3D Gherkin, you copy paste these things. These things and these things, all these things. So in this and place, you put a then. I'll just copy from here to whatever I required. So I need this one. Just paste this first given similar code. So when also almost similar code, but we'll change only the endpoint URL. Instead of post, it is a put method, but what you want. So which user you want to update? Just check this. Check this update user. What is this? /2. So give put inside /2. So this also you change what you want to update. I'm going to give this request body morphs. I'm going to give this morphs, and I'm going to give G on resident as a job. That's it. Remaining everything similar code. And this one is a data table, right? I'll implement the data table. I don't want, already it is there. So just copy paste this. Even body fields also verification also. It's a similar code. Done. Any questions? It's a easy ones. Okay. They are not very complicated also. So let's finish delete also so that we can, so another 10 minutes we can close it for the day. Okay. Delete also will close and quickly, and then we'll tomorrow we can finish quickly this running, and then we'll go for the Selenium. Few more pending things are there. I'll explain them. Yes, tomorrow we won't get to 2 hours time, right? So we'll get only in the 1 hour, next 2 days, 1 hour only we'll get. How much we can finish next 2 days? That really helps you, because so I want to show you how to handle frames, how to handle alerts, how to handle pop-ups, how to handle web tables. These are the things that they will ask in the interviews. And those things we'll see that. Once done, let me know, please. So we have to finish this and delete also. Are we done? Just copy paste, right? There is no change, only change here and this one. Remaining everything copy paste only. Why you are taking more time? Are you guys there?
Yes, sir, done.
Okay. I don't understand. Only 2 changes, right? This 2 and 3 changes and this one as it is. Remaining code as it is. You're not writing it, just copy paste only from the post method. Even only 2 changes. Copy paste also taking more time. Okay. So let's move on to the last feature file. Delete, regress, delete API. API.feature. So I don't want this. And just write your feature name. Regress, delete API feature. You will get a feature name in the Jira. Okay, so you have your Jira. So we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so please write that steps. First one is scenarios, delete API scenario, delete API, delete API scenario. So I want to give a valid endpoint. I want to give or provide valid endpoint. So then, and I send the request to the server. I send the request to the server. Then I validate the response status code. That's it. You don't have any body also. You won't get any body. Once you delete, you won't get anything, right? But you will get a 204 here. If you want to validate 204, you can validate 204. So that 204 you can validate. Right? So what is the 204? Which? So 204, just check that what is there. Okay. Just check that what is there in the regress. So website. Regress website, you just see that. You want to give a data table format, you give data table in the step below. So 204 only, right? You can go and see that.
Yes, 204 only.
Yeah, so we're evaluating 204. So just give 204. So data table concept only we'll use so that you will be familiar with that. Single data, not many, right? Just implement this in that. So write this steps. Last one, tomorrow we'll write rest of the things, okay? Runner file is there. Runner file will finish that tomorrow quickly. And we'll push this code to GitHub. And then we'll start the Selenium. At least one program will finish in Selenium after this. So any broken links code or web tables be a little bit bigger. And maybe I want to show you a few more scenarios. I'll quickly show you previous code only. I'll show you so that it will be easy for you and you practice. And you have them in our YouTube channel and you can follow them if you get any doubts. And code also, as it is there in our blog, entire code. But make sure you don't follow that, don't see that, and you write it, then you will get the confidence. Okay, the last one, delete A/B test. Just copy paste this, put API, copy paste. Copy and create this. Paste it. Oh, we made twice. I'll rename it. How to rename? Refactor. So I'll just give delete. Delete API test. So, but here we don't need JSON object, right? Just remove that. Only JSON object you remove. And these fields also you have to remove. So these fields also you remove. Later we can copy them if you want. This we can avoid at least. So go to TD Gherkin. Did we generate? No, right? We didn't generate. First copy these steps. Delete, request, delete. These steps you will paste. Okay, so first one, you add the request. Done. And port. So I'll just copy this. So what we need to give extra, the body is not there, remove the body. So what we need to, instead of put, what we need to select? Delete. But delete, you need to give any URL? Yes, we need to provide the URL. So what is that? So /2. So we are giving /2. That's it. And validate this status code. Exactly data table concept. Done. That's it, guys. Tomorrow I'll show you how to call these feature files, StepDefinition files in the runner file. How to call them in a runner file, I'll show you tomorrow. So it's already 2 hours long hours.